Jackson County Today. Hot topics, relevant stories, and news developments that affect our community.
How does the Jackson County budget get decided each year? Each county department develops its own recommended budget. In public meetings held in late March, department heads meet with the administrator, commissioners, and budget committee members to discuss their proposed fiscal year budgets. Then, in mid-April, departments present their recommended budgets to the budget committee at public hearings held in the Jackson County Courthouse Auditorium. The 2026-27 public hearings provided detailed insight into and understanding of the services being provided to the citizens of Jackson County.
We set a new calendar year record of 1.1 million passengers in 2025. That is a 4.4% increase over the former record set in 2019. The airport currently partners with 5 commercial airlines that provide direct service to 10 destinations and one-stop service to just about anywhere in the world. We continue to work on expanding our air service options to new destinations while retaining the wonderful service we already have and adding frequency on those routes. And now let's talk about the terminal expansion project. The record passenger numbers mentioned earlier continue to put pressure on our existing facility and system. We have just finished the conceptual design phase of the terminal expansion design, and these are the latest conceptual renderings generated after that phase. The construction manager general contractor selection is currently underway, and they should be on board by the end of June. With that contractor input, we will complete the schematic design phase during the upcoming fiscal year and estimate construction will begin in the second half of 2027. Phase 1 of this project is expected to include the new concourse and post-security hold room, a larger and reconfigured bag claim area, new equipment for both inbound and outbound ends of the bag system, and the replacement of our existing revolving doors with modern straight walk-through security egress doors. We also plan to enhance the passenger experience at Medford by adding boarding bridges to the new concourse, offering more concession options, larger restrooms, and other amenities. The airport will balance construction activity, funding availability, and service levels while maintaining compliance and safety throughout the project.
So let's start with our revenue. $6.7 million budget. That's about $20,000 less than last year's budget. We get 47% from fees and permits, 27% from the community development fee. We do get 20% of our budget from the general fund, 3% from transfers. The one is the White City Enhanced Enforcement. The other is for a half of an FTE from Roads Department, and that's for transportation planning. And then 3% from grants, one from the IMEG, that's the illegal marijuana market enforcement grant, and BRIC, which is the building resilient infrastructure and communities grant. On building, you see again, revenue is all from permits and fees. That little red sliver that you see there, that is the BRIC grant funding.
A couple things Ted didn't mention, but the budget will account for it in a different process, which is the fee setting process. We'll be addressing the building fees. We haven't increased those for
13 years.
13 years. So we will be proceeding with a proposal to make some increases now. We probably shouldn't have waited 13 years to do an increase, honestly, but the, what's it called?
The valuation tables.
The valuation table, which we don't set outside of our control, has increased because the cost of construction and value of materials has increased. So that's increased our revenue over time without increasing our fees.
I'm going to run through some slides quickly on the Jackson County Justice Court. First is our projection for fiscal year 25-26. You'll see it's a decline. We had a lot more cases in 2024. Those were mostly from our city municipal partners. And depending on what the economy does over the next year, that could also impact that projection. So I'm here to warn you that that may, even at a lower level, be an optimistic projection. We've been closer to 1.3 million over prior 4 fiscal years since the pandemic. This slide shows our percentage breakdown of what our collection agency brings to us, and the voluntary payment portion with the line there from 24 to 25, you can see, has increased. We do try to provide incentives for citizens to make good on their obligation to pay fines and clear suspensions. Total cases are down in the last calendar year. If you look at the period from 2020 to 2023, we're usually at an average about 12,000 per year. We did get an increase in 2024 from municipalities. Citations from the Sheriff's Office have declined over the last year by some 25%. I know he's dealing with bodies and time to apply to traffic enforcement. That's a large part of, say, 50% of where our citations come from.